Hi everyone, and welcome to my review of the brand new Ben Kingsley, Ryan Reynolds, Matthew Goode, Victor Garber, and many more, Derek Luke, action sci-fi film called Selfless. Yes, this movie stars Ben Kingsley as a successful businessman, but sadly he is dying of a disease. I think it's cancer, and he's doesn't have a great relationship with his daughter. He has a great relationship with his business partner, but he's going away. He's going to die. So he's found this company that performs these scientific things called shedding, where you can transport your soul, your essence, your mind, your thoughts, your prayers, whatever, into a more younger body. So Ben Kingsley leaves the movie and turns into Ryan Reynolds. And he thinks that Ryan Reynolds is an open vessel. No one's been a part of Ryan Reynolds' character. But he finds out once he becomes part of Ryan Reynolds, he finds out that this person had a life, had a wife and a child, was a soldier, and loved his family. So action, suspense, intrigue, plot twists, and stuff like that ensue, and we have the movie Selfless. Okay, so I wasn't really extremely excited to see this film, but I was very interested. I like the cast, but what really piqued my interest the most is that I saw the trailer of this film, and I never thought of this director. It was really quite a surprise when I went and found out, like, wait, what's the Selfless movie? Who directed this film? Tarsem, the guy who gave us The Cell, The Fall, Mirror, and Immortals? That's one, yeah. All these films that have hyper production value, stylistic, sometimes the soul is kind of checked the door, but it's got a lot of great visuals. And I think he's a great visual director, even though he may be not the best storyteller. I really like Tarsem. I like all those movies I mentioned. I like them all. So my biggest push to see this movie today was because Tarsem directed it. How was it? Did it work? And would I recommend it? You know, this movie had a weird start to it. We get to know Ben Kingsley, and I think he's got an accent, a New York accent. It was a little off, you know, for a time. And I was like, is this movie gonna get started soon? And I would say after a few scenes in the beginning, we get to know Ben Kingsley and his relationship with his daughter that's not really there, and how he's associated with this group to change his body. We get to know Matthew Goode, who I think was very creepy and weird. And I was hoping that would stay throughout the film, because I love Matthew Goode. He's one of my favorite actors, and I think he's very underappreciated. But then once Ben Kingsley goes through the thing and becomes Ryan Reynolds, that's when the movie really finds its footing. It missteps a lot. Yes, there's a lot of missteps, and it's like, you know, but then it finds its footing again, because when he, you know, finds out what his past is all about, or the body that he inhabits, the past, you know, there's a lot of humanity, and I like the human interactions that happen. And then it also turns into sometimes a dumb science fiction movie. But what I really appreciated also is they never really try and explain how anything works. What I mean when it comes to the shedding. They never really give us all this techno-babble, and I really appreciated that. If they were going to try and explain it and just take an hour to explain how it all worked, I probably would have checked out. But we kind of get right into this movie. I felt Ryan Reynolds did a really good job to get me to care and understand what his body's kind of going through. He's dealing with, you know, he's got a new body, and he's a new person, and there's this like, he has to take these pills to control what he's dealing with. Like, he's seen the past. I like that Derek Luke. I like a really great actor. Don't get to see very much. I don't remember the last time I saw him in a movie. It's really sad. And I like him, and it was really great to see him in the movie. And he was really good too. Victor Garber's good. The character of the wife of Ryan Reynolds, I thought she was good, and the kid was cute and added a lot to the film. Matthew Goode is really good and creepy throughout this entire film. And Ryan Reynolds does a great job to carry this film. I think he's a really great underrated actor. I think he showed a lot of range in this movie. And Ben Kingsley, very small part in the beginning, probably got paid for a few days of work and moved on and probably made another movie with Yui Boll, sadly. But, you know, it was nice to see him. I just felt like, yes, this is a very preposterous, ridiculous film, but I felt like it had a lot of great pacing to it and a lot of good flow to get me interested, invested in the characters, and care what was happening. I like some of the editing style to it, especially when he's dealing with what's going on with his body. I liked, there's some montages. There's a montage where they show Ryan Reynolds kind of settling into his body, and he's playing basketball, going out, sleeping with lots of women. You know, he's enjoying life before the real plot kicked in. And I felt like that was handled really well with the music and, you know, being in New Orleans. It was a lot of the movie centered in New Orleans. And there's some nice moments that Ryan Reynolds has with this kind of family that he had in the past, somewhat. And the kid, there's some really nice moments. And I like some of the plot twists. There's a lot of great plot twists that, you know, maybe if you think about it a lot, you're going to go like, that didn't make any sense. There's a plot hole there, a plot hole there. But I just let it pass, and you know, turn your brain off just a little bit. Don't think about it too hard. But I like some of the concepts in this film. I liked the science fiction aspect, liked some of the action, and I really liked some of the human dynamics. You know, what was going on between some of the characters. I really like this movie. You know, I might be alone on this. I'd be curious if anybody else like this movie, because after I saw it, I looked at the reviews and nobody really likes this movie. But I really enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it, and if I found it for $10 on Blu-ray, I would buy it. Very unique for a Tarzan movie. Didn't really feel like a Tarzan movie watching it, so I admire that as well as a Tarzan fan, that he was trying to do something more mainstream for a wider audience. And hopefully someday, if it's not now in the theaters, someday an audience will attach itself to this, because I think this movie is going to be very underappreciated and very underrated. But I think it's good. Good, solid science fiction movie. It's summertime, and this film is actually somewhat original. It's not based on anything that I know of at this time. It's not based on a comic book or a sequel. So that's got to be nice to go to the theater and actually see something somewhat original. When do we get that during the summer? With all these reboots and sequels and remasters and refiguring. You know, I bet the story's been done before, but it felt new and original to me, new characters, and I really liked it. And for that, I'm going to give Selfless, I'm going to give the film a solid 3 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.